world. I go by the name of King Exodus. All right, so a quick talk I'll tap into tonight. It's the importance of being able to fully view your life situation from multiple angles, right? A lot of people, when they begin to talk about their problems, they start in the current situation. They start exactly where they are. They don't backtrack and think about how long have these actions taken place to lead me to this particular point. You have to have a full perspective of everything you go through. And you have to take accountability of what role you played in full honesty, right? You have to be honest with yourself. I think a lot of times within society, the reason why it's so easy for people to lie to everybody else is because you lie to the person in the mirror every day, right? That's the person that you're most dishonest with. So you have to be honest with yourself. Own your own shit, take accountability, right? So if I'm struggling in life, that's compiled interests. Those are compiled situations, decisions that I've made throughout long periods of time that led me to this particular moment. Okay, now I have to go backwards to find out what did I do to get me here. And then I have to keep in mind that the only person that's responsible for getting me out of whatever situation is me, right? So this stops the give me mentality. This stops people always asking for help, draining other people that love them out of their resources, right? The more sometimes people give, the more some people take. You can help the right person in the right situation at the right time, but let's be honest. A lot of times it doesn't happen because people ask for help before they actually try to figure their own shit out. So let's just say, for example, I want to get into better shape, right? I have to backtrack. I have to think about every negative health situation, right? I have to think about every time I'm eating something I shouldn't have, right? That's the way the body works. It's a compound situation of every bad decision that plays a role in your health. It plays a role in your body fat. So if I want to correct these things, it's not going to be a quick flip. It's not going to be a fast fix. It's going to take time. So I have to go backwards. I have to think about my eating. I have to think about everything. I have to think about even sometimes people need a change in environment just to get in better shape, right? Some people can have a gym at home, but they need to go to the actual gym sometimes just to switch the scenery, right? Sometimes people just need that for motivation. So you have to take into accountability, how many times a day do I need to work out? How many times a week do I have to work out? How do I need to eat? Do I need to drink more water? Do I need to get more sleep? So study it, right? Don't think about how much progress can I make as fast as possible. Just enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. Sometimes you too focus on the end goal, right? That now you begin to pass up all the small success steps that you made, all the progress that you made because you haven't reached the ultimate goal. So tunnel vision is key, but you have to enjoy the process. Life is a marathon. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. Everything's a journey, it's not a destination. So just keep that in mind. So life is a journey, it's never a destination. So accountability is key. Before we just reach out to people to help us in situations, we have to keep in mind of what got us into these situations, and those conversations hurt, right? Even though you can have those conversations amongst yourself, life hurts. So we have to take that pain of quote unquote failure, and failure is based on perception. It's not a thing that's concrete, right? If quote unquote failure is the only way I can become better, then what does that mean? It's not really a bad thing. It's only a bad thing if I stay stuck within a position of failing. But it could be a catalyst to become successful, right? Look at all these great companies. You think they just popped out the womb and they was just successful, came up with the right ideas at times? No. Sometimes resistance makes men great. Sometimes not having abundance makes you think within the capacity of abundance. It's sometimes always the lack that creates the condition for you to want more. And then going through these obstacles, it makes you stronger. And this creates innovation. So a lot of times within this society, the reason we lack innovation is because people lack the correct mindsets, right, to become these creative geniuses. When society is no longer creating, that means society is no longer creating innovative thinkers. It's not creating critical thinkers. So if you can't go through life progressively, take accountability and be responsible, 9 times out of 10, you won't be an innovative person. What can you create if you can't be honest with yourself? So I know a lot of people, they go through situations, you can actually know what they did to get themselves in that situation, and when they talk to you, they'll talk to you like you don't even know them. Like they could pull wool over your eyes. You like, motherfucker, I know you. I know what you did with your paycheck. I know where you spend your money. I know how much money you spend on liquor. I know how many times you go to the strip club. I know everything that's in your closet, all the designer shit you can't afford. Like, so before we could focus on systematic oppression, all of the outside factors that we can't control, what can you control that's within your reach? Let's start there. So we can't fix a problem if we never find the problems within ourselves. I don't like talking to perfect people. I don't like talking to people that never can say, look, I was wrong. I did that shit. You know what I'm saying? They say when you go to jail, there's so many innocent people in jail, it's ridiculous. Nobody did anything. So that's on the outside world as well. Nobody did nothing to get themselves to where they at. Life just happens to them. No, life don't happen to you. You create and you control life. The words you speak is creating life. How you live, what you eat, where you go, what you listen to, what you consume on TV, who you sleep with, who you talk to. Everything you do is creating energy within your life. So if you want positive energy, if you want positive outcomes in life, you have to be a positive person, right? You can't be this positive. Everybody's positive, holy, and put God first, but everybody got the most negative lives. Negativity continues to follow them no matter what. Chaos is a best friend, but everybody proclaims to know God. That's cap. I'll just be honest with you, it's cap. So when you truly know God, you truly know love, self-love. Now you can have love for others. What comes after love? Prosperity, success, abundance. Now we're being spiritual. Now we know the true God. Now we're finding God within ourselves. That's the higher consciousness within ourselves. So if I'm living within my highest power, I'm living within my highest form. I'm thinking within my most highest capabilities, right? My highest capacities. Now my life is going to be an example of that. My trajectory of my life is going to show who I truly am on the inside. So let's just keep these things in mind. Let's take account. It's nothing wrong with admitting where you went wrong at. That's the only way you can course correct and self-correct. If there's nothing to fix, there's no reason to even live, right? They say, look, the more I know, the less I know, right? So if I know everything, the only thing left to do is die, because there's nothing else that I can accomplish because I know everything. So having problems or having things to correct is a sign of life. Not being perfect and never having nothing wrong with you. So, and look, if I fail at life and if I don't take responsibility and if I don't correct my actions, guess what? The people that love me are gonna feel that load. They're gonna feel that burden. So you never want to be a burden to other people because you can't fix you. Only you can fix you. Only you have the capability and the responsibility to fix you. So everybody talk about Michael Jackson, a Man in the Mirror song, like, yo, it's keys. It's keys to life. So let's truly tap into our highest powers. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest with our loved ones. Let's be honest with the people, right, that we share space with, that we work with, that we have to come in contact with every day. The reason you're so negative is because you can't accept the negative energy within yourself, right? And then some people just openly accept negative energy and know that they're negative. I ain't talking about that, right? I'm talking about the people that proclaim to be positive, full of love, high energy, high vibrational energy, but you live in filth, right? So let's correct ourselves. Let's be honest. There's nothing wrong with having problems. That's a sign of life. So let's continue to create life, right? And live life in abundance. Let's course correct. And let's just be honest, man. That's the only way we can do that. So I'll sign out. I'll go by the name of King Exodus. I'll be dropping more content. Make sure you tap in.